Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, William Ruto has a tendency of making promises. There's this promise about housing units, and you realize that during his Mandera County or the Northeastern region trip, he had to make promises of housing projects there. Now, we all know that area is prone to Al-Shabaab attacks, but Ruto has promised that he's going to construct housing projects. He is going to deliver his housing project in that region. Now, talking about the delivery, Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome.
Whether you want to use whatever politics you want to use, whether you want to use threats that when you come into power, the government will scrape this, you have to discuss with Kenyans.
Has come out clear that she is not, it's not possible for her to deliver the 200,000 units per year. You know, that was the promise that Ruto said he would deliver every year, 200,000 units every year. That means in one term, he shall have delivered 1 million. You see, but based on Alice Wahome's sentiments.
Because by the time we clear 2027, we will have, I can tell you in the market, I may not have the 200,000 per year as we promised, and so that I can answer your question, but I am very sure.
Realize that Alice Wahome is telling us that they are shorter than what they had actually promised us. So this is seeking to expose Ruto that he makes promises without taking into consideration certain factors. So before we get further on this, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a video, I would like to share a video from Alice Wahome making that shocking statement, one that has taken the internet by storm. But before I share that video, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. It's so important because that is the only way YouTube shares our content. And by the way, I don't take your likes for granted. Subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So Alice Wahome chose, took the opportunity to address the housing project debate at a time where William Ruto had gone to the Northeastern region. I think he was in Garissa County, again making more promises regarding these housing units. You know, we all know the projects in Northeastern will have some little setback. The progress will not be as expected, especially because of the security threat of that region, even though we know that Ruto has made a promise that is going to deal with the Al-Shabaab once and for all. But then, is that going to speed this process of delivering the 200,000 units? That promise has been exposed by Alice Wahome, who thinks that it's not going to be possible. And this is what she had to say.
Living conditions. So if you are paying 4,000 in a home that is not yours, you are paying your landlord. And then this house, you are paying the same amount of money, slightly less, and it is your home. You are paying to live in it and to own. There should be no argument. Whether you want to use whatever politics you want to use, whether you want to use threats that when you come into power, the government will scrape this, you have to discuss with Kenyans. Because by the time we clear 2027, we will have, I can tell you in the market, I may not have the 200,000 per year as we promised, and so that I can answer your question, but I am very sure I'll be having between maybe 700,000 and 800,000 units. Our target is 1 million in 5 years. You asked me, how come then we are behind? We have fallen short of the numbers of 200,000 units. It's an important question. You understand that there was a snag in the beginning, and there was disruption of court cases. And of course, for us, the program to take off, this has been a lot. I think previously, the program was not streamlined. The construction, the procurement systems, because we must follow the law. And therefore, even to raise enough money, the beginning year, that is 22-23, we are now in 24-25. I believe we will accelerate the speed towards achieving 200,000 per year.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are we confronted by a reality that the government makes more promises that it can deliver? Is that the reality? This is exactly what Alice Wahome is telling us. I might not be able to deliver the 200,000. You see, if you look at the promise of 200,000 vis-a-vis what Alice Wahome is telling us she can deliver 700 to 8,000 units between there, it can only mean that ile ahadi ilikuwa ni ahadi ambayo haiwezi kuwa delivered. So the thing is, why did Ruto make that promise kama alijua haiwezi kuwa delivered? Was that a promise kudanganya wa Kenya, ama ilikuwa ni a target he was setting for the ministry, telling them that what I need is 200,000 per year, so that maybe by the time I'm done with my term, I have 1 million units delivered, so that when I go to the campaigns, I'll say that they may deliver 1 million. I mean, was that a target for the department, the ministry department, to be able to target, to be able to achieve 200,000? At least wangesema kwamba fine, the president promised 200,000, but we have managed to deliver half of it. You see, that is okay. We could say that wamejaribu, despite the fact that there will be some factors, lakini wamejaribu. That means they are 192,000 short. No reason can justify that kind of margin. No reason. The only thing that we can conclude based on this is that promise ilikuwa ni ya kudanganya wa Kenya. Labda, because these are things that Morara Kibaso has been also talking about, saying promises are made, but they are not being delivered. I don't know how many of you have seen Crazy Kena.
The government is setting aside 10 billion for the completion of this project. Thank you.
So if you look at that video from Crazy Kena, that is a brand name, he is telling us, or he was showing us about a contractor who was given money to deliver certain road projects, but to realize that there are a series of people, chain of people, who must first of all benefit from this fund before the contractor can actually realize the project. So people are taking this money. So when it gets the last minute whereby this money is supposed to be budgeted for, unapata kwamba pesa imeisha. So thereby there's nothing you can do. So is that the same scenario with the housing project, that the promise was 200,000, but money that has been allocated, pesa imeenda ikaenda ikabaki kwamba now the little that has remained cannot deliver this 200,000. So what happens is that they are forced to deliver based on pesa ambayo iko. So according to Alice Wahome, it's 800,000 maximum units that can be delivered in a year. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what is coming from the ministry that is serving under William Ruto's government. So ladies and gentlemen, just go below the comment section and you can offer a reaction regarding this deviation from initial promise of 200,000 per year to what Alice Wahome is telling us. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.